Hey folks, Mad Creator, Dumock the Artist, coming at you from my hidden bunker deep within the bowels of the city. For those of you that I know, I just finally peeked my head out to make a video on YouTube. For those of you that don't know, I actually do have an Instagram account where I've been doing a little bit more 30-second videos, mostly on fitness and health. Uh, Nothing major, nothing really, awe-inspiring, just something that I do to kind of keep myself honest. But today, I kind of want to discuss some of the stuff that's been going on YouTube because I'm a little bit confused. I'm going to explain why. Recently, Laci Green has kind of come out within the past few months as kind of realizing that maybe she's been contributing to the atmosphere of toxicity here on YouTube with regards to the SJWs versus the non-SJWs. Now, for those of you not familiar with the term, SJWs are normally they're the extremely liberal left wing, and the anti-SJWs are members of the skeptic community that essentially look at what the SJWs are saying and kind of break it down and critique it. Sometimes they're right wing, sometimes they're not. You kind of have to weigh the person that you're talking to and judging that you're listening to and judge them as an individual to figure out if they're a white supremacist or not. But that's beside the point. I think what I have to come away with this argument is this. I'm a person that's essentially left of the Dalai Lama. I've made no mistake about my politics or my beliefs or my ideologies or my, in general, people know where I stand on several issues. But in this particular instance, I kind of took a listen to what Laci Green had to say. Now, mind you, Laci Green was a big-time advocate within the atheist community. She participated in many debates, many discussions regarding religion and the need to look at things and judge for yourself of whether or not they're true. And she's always been something of a skeptic. Now, the problem is, you have many within the former atheist/skeptic community who, are very vocal when it comes to debating religion and discussing religion, that you need to be mindful, you need to think for yourself, you need to look at things, blah blah blah. But when it comes to certain political issues, they tend to turn a blind eye and a deaf ear, especially if it's something that they're extremely passionate about. Now, Laci Green still considers herself a feminist. Speaking for myself personally, I do not. There was a period of time where I was actually considering the idea of latching on to the cult of feminism, but after taking some time to think and to reason and to listen to the arguments, I found that at this particular juncture, I can't put myself behind the feminist ideology. And it's not necessarily because, I hate women. Far from it. It's more along the lines of looking at what a lot of feminists say and looking at how a lot of feminists conduct themselves. It kind of made me say, you know what, I don't want to be a part of that. Sorry, oh well, life goes on. But in this particular instance, looking and listening to how a lot of Laci's former colleagues within the feminist community are behaving, I have to kind of say that in this particular instance, Laci Green is right. And it's not necessarily because I disagree with feminist ideology, but the fact of the matter is, her statement is very telling, which is that she wants to end the toxic atmosphere within YouTube and within political discussion. Or at the very least, mitigate the toxicity so that at least people can come together and have some kind of discussion. Now, that said, I personally have a hard time navigating and dealing with people who are on the ideological right, and especially those who are extremely fanatical about it, people who are really lost, in my opinion, people who have completely gone off the deep end. To quote Thomas Paine, those trying to educate those who have left the use of reason is essentially trying to to administer medicine to the dead. So maybe that's like my own problem. That's beside the point. But in this particular instance, as a person who is essentially politically left of the Dalai Lama, left of Gandhi, I have to say that, you know what? The way that a lot of the SJWs are behaving and conducting themselves, you're defeating the purpose of the progressive movement. You know, mind you, not a big fan of Republicans, not a big fan of right-wingers. But in this particular instance, I have to ask this question: have we become much more polarized than the people we're trying to fight against? Don't get me wrong. These people are the enemy. These people are insistent on trying to destroy this country. But is it necessary for us, on our side, to say, to get that toxic? Anyway, in this instance, I have to say, maybe we should take a look at ourselves and ask some serious questions. And instead of maybe judging Laci Green, maybe we should listen to what she has to say and think about it. Because Laci is a smart girl. You know, Laci is a very smart, educated woman. She's not an idiot, in spite of what many people may say. It's like, you know, that trope of, you know, the cute girl that's dumb as a bag of rocks. No, that doesn't apply to her. She's smart. She knows what she's talking about. At the same time, you know, how are we conducting ourselves? Now, maybe it's not up to me to engage in a civilized conversation with right-wingers. That's okay. I can live with that. But at the same time, do we have to continue to engage in such hostile and angry dialogue? Maybe future generations could solve the problem by, instead of, you know, acting like total jerks, maybe trying to empathize with the other side. I can't do it. I've tried, but that's sad. But in this case, Laci Green may be onto something. What do you think? Comments down below. Talk to y'all later.